Alright you guys, oh look at that beautiful tree. Coolio, how are you doing on this nice fall day? Here the sky is bright and blue and the leaves are changing color. So since it actually is November now, I can honestly say that we have entered the fall season. But of course we are not here to talk about the weather or talk about global warming, which might be the reason why it is still warm out. But alright, we will just pass that topic and leave that to the professionals, who are there to theorize and experiment about these sorts of questions. Am I right? Not that I do not want to, but I am not 100% informed on everything. On a lot of things though, but not on everything. But again, we are not here to talk about any of that. I am here to buy an apartment, or at least try and find a good one. So this clerk right here can probably help me with this. I am not sure which apartment I am going to get. Also, I have no idea if that even matters right now, since we are in a simulation. Oh right, I forgot to mention that, did I not? Well, it is a long story, but Dr. Oswald set me up to do another one of these. So now you might be wondering, why sub? Why would you keep doing these tests for that phony doctor? Well, he is not really a phony. I just call him that because he gets me stuck in these simulations so much that I really wonder if he has a degree. But that aside, I thought this was a pretty cool experiment, since for this experiment I would have to go back to a time where I was in high school. So yeah, you can see my high school. Although I did not live here, I lived with my parents back in the day. But that is normal for a high school student, right? It probably is. But there were a lot of things that happened back then. And before I moved to go to college, a lot of things actually got really weird at my school. So when I told Dr. Oswald about that in a one-on-one therapy session, he actually told me that he could help me with that, to try and remember what happened. So he made this little simulation, which takes me back here to my old high school. It brings back a lot of nostalgic memories. I used to skate in the skate park next door, and I had a couple of close friends who I never saw again when I moved to college. That is the bad thing about growing up, not having time to keep certain relationships on. But alright, so the doctor gave me a little battle plan. We are going to do this very strategically. I am going to go undercover in this high school to find out what actually happened behind the scenes in my senior year. I will have to make sure that people do not end up recognizing me as an older sub. That would be weird. They might think that puberty hit me like a bus overnight, which I would not have minded when I was going to high school, since back in the day I wondered if I would ever go through puberty. But we will have to go and look for some sort of a school uniform that would make me blend in with the other high school kids. I am smart, I know. It is basically a gift from the gods, and by it I mean me. I am basically a gift from the gods, here to make you enjoy life even more, which is definitely possible. I mean, look at me. I am doing great in life. And I grew up listening to myself. How about that for a motivational speech? I am the greatest. It is not a secret. Be a learner and learn from the best, which, might you not have noticed, would be me. Pay attention please. It seems like they do not have anything in green. Why would they not have anything in green? I always wore green in high school. Maybe that is why the football team did not like me, since our school's color was red and our rival high school's color was green, and I always wore green. I do not know why I only get this now. That would have made high school maybe just a bit easier, with not being thrown in a garbage bin every day. Wait a second, do they have this bike in store? I have been looking at it, but it only just comes to my mind that I could probably buy that. Since we are in a simulation, I bet I could just spend a ton of money without getting the backlash. That is great. I need to get into these simulations more. They are great when everything works. Let's ask the guy behind the counter. Maybe he knows what is up with that Grintron bike, which looks absolutely bowling if you ask me. But who am I, right? Just a midtown girl, living in a lonely world. Wait, what, they do not have the back in stock? Are you for real? Please tell me that you are not for real. I have wanted that bike for so long. It is like, let's see, basically more than 20 seconds. I have been waiting for that bike for 20 seconds and it is out of stock. Why would they even have one behind the glass then? You know what? I am going home. I do not care anymore. I just want to sleep. That is what I am going to do. Just going to sleep like a champ. Alright, almost home, so that is good I guess. Let's just go to sleep and see what tomorrow brings. Oh my lord, I have not had this good of a sleep since I came out of the womb. I need to do these sims more and more, man. Wait a second, what time is it? Am I actually going to be late on my first day of being a fake high school student? Man, that is one easy way to get busted easily. On the first day I will get everyone their attention when I walk into my class. I do not even know what class I have. How about science? No, that is not a class, that is a division. How about maths? Please do not be maths. That would be a huge bummer. Alright, where do I need to go? The nurse's offices? Wait, no, that cannot be right. Let's just run through this hallway. Oh my, this is going to be so awkward when I walk into that class. People will be staring at me like I am a lost owl without a mother, while I honestly feel like a lost owl without a mother. But that is besides the point. They do not know that. Oh my, what if that was the reason all these people started acting weird? It is because they learned how to read minds. That would be the best reason ever, but I will need to investigate in that. But where does Sub need to be? That is the main question of the day. I will probably have to go to detention class on my first fake day. Come on, Sub, think. Wait, I never knew where I needed to go. That is where I had my friends for. They always kept track of that. Oh my, I am such a lost boy. So it is also not the auditorium. Please help me, I am so lost. Oh right, that is a good sign. I have already started talking to myself. That was one of the reasons I used to get bullied, because I had this monologue that ran through my head, where I basically commentated on everything that I did. Not science class? Darn it. That is what I was hoping for. That way I could make a name for myself on the first fake day. Oh, but that will not matter. Everyone seems to be just fooling around. How about that for a first fake day? There is not even a teacher in here. That actually does remind me of college. They always tell you that the teachers in college will not be as chill as them, while most college professors are struggling with going to class as much as any college student. So if you are going to college next year, do not worry about that. Most professors are chill people, and yes, I mean that. They are people. That means that they are human, and that they have feelings and such. So since there is no one here, I will just go, I guess. I think that you have to wait for like 10 minutes and then you can go, right? I do not know, man. High school is too long ago. I am struggling already. So is anyone else leaving, or is it just going to be me? Alright, then let's just go, people. We do not have to wait all day for one teacher to show up. He or she is probably stuck in traffic or just sick at home. Those are all decent possibilities. So do I actually have more classes today, or can I just go home now? I actually have no idea, to be honest, since I did not get a class schedule, because I am actually not a real student right now, and because it is a simulation, and the doctor would probably end up giving me the wrong class schedule, and I would be in an even bigger mess. How about that? I know that this whole nostalgia thing is cool and stuff, but I really need to find a new doctor or researcher who can help me with things like these, because with Dr. Oswald there are always complications. And why? You tell me. I am just happy that he is not a pill doctor, so like a real medical doctor. He just got his doctorate, which makes him a doctor. Not that that is easy, but you know, it just might give you guys a little reassurance that he is not operating on people or animals and such. I know that comforts me a lot. Let's ask this guy some questions. I do not recognize him, so he will not recognize me. That way I can just ask some basic questions without getting caught red-handed as a phony student. And you know how this country handles phony student cases. It is straight to death row with Sub-Zero. Hey, that rhymed a little, but still, I am not a rapper. Oh no, he did not. Alright, so I just check the main menu of the sim and then I will be alright. That sounds good. So where does young Sub-Zero need to be on this autumn day? That guy's was looking at me really weird. And why do I have a fishing rod? Who packed my darn bags? Oh well, I need to take a quick bathroom break if you do not mind that. Alright, so what now? Wait, wash my hands or not? Decisions. Not I am good. So how about we go to the next class so we are on time for a change? I bet those teachers will be like, oh my, is that Sub who is on time? Usually he is 24 minutes late. I know that sound really exact, but I usually was around 24 minutes late, since I would always go to the bathroom when we were on break, and it was a 20-minute break, and I would just sit there and watch some Netflix, and most shows are around 44, and sometimes 45 plus minutes long. So that is why that sounded so specific. I know what I am talking about, people. I am a professional, and sometimes professionals need an exhaust, and my exhaust when I was going to high school was, ta-da, Painting. I would sneak into the arts class and just start painting to calm me down a little. That was great. I would just put some music on and go to town on an empty canvas. I once had this great pickup line for a girl who I was painting with. I said to her that I would be the empty canvas if she would be the paint. She giggled like a madman, and we dated right after that. I am smooth with words, people. Trust me. But you know, sometimes there will be a girl, like there would be this beautiful creature walking around in your class, and you would be friends and talk to her a lot, and no matter what, nothing worked. I mean, I always had a way with words, but they just do not make sense to her. So I would cross my heart and hope for better days ahead. Just get out of this weather. Since I was not getting over it, just getting used to it over and over and over and over again. Yeah, if you are a hopeless romantic like me, well then you are just out of luck when going to high school. Since most girls are not ready to commit just yet, which is weird because most of the times that is what the boys do. They just want to have fun and fool around. But I can tell you from experience that girls are just as hopeless as the guys. It is a fact. Now that does not mean that every girl just wants to fool around. Some do want to get serious and stuff, and not all boys are just looking for a fling. There are enough hopeless romantics like me out there, and you know who you are. But now it is time for a nap. Since tonight is the big night. You do not believe me? Well, you better do, because it is going to go down tonight. How about that car driving backwards? That is how mad this night is going to be. Not that everything is going backwards. I mean, I hope, right? No, we are doing just fine. Alright, there is the school. I have never been in there at night time. This will be a first for me, and you can watch me do it. How exciting is that? Alright, never mind, I am starting to sound like Dora the Explorer. Alright, I have been compromised by a little tiny death squadron. I am in some deep trouble now. They will probably strangle me to death with their miniature hands. This will be a sad way to go. Alright, it seems like I lost them. They might be small and tiny, but their brains are not the biggest as well, so that worked in my favor. But moving on to the school, our main objective of the day. But moving on to the teacher's room is our goal. That is where the stuff supposedly is going down, according to the doctor. That is, oh man, all of this is so close. I do not want to be seen. Then I would have to do this all over again. And the doctor is counting on me. Not unlike me though, because I still think that the doctor is a quack. But I guess everyone has the right to their own opinions. And I bet that the doctor can read my mind when I am hooked up to his computer. So right now he knows exactly how I feel about him. So you better not screw it up, doc, because I will find a new researcher. I will be divorcing you. Haha, we are not even married. How funny is that? But then again, why am I so attached to this guy? I could literally just go and find a new researcher. Man, I am such a dummy. So the teacher's lounge, the forbidden fruit for every student. I bet that if you have watched Ned's Guide to Surviving High School, then you would know how much of a bummer this place really is. But like I said, there seems like there is nothing going on around here. So why all the drama? Doctor, I will just talk to you directly now. It seems like you have been lying to me. Again, this is not the place where it all happened. You told me that this was the place where all the strange things in my senior year started to happen, but I do not see any teachers performing some sort of cult ritual against me. So you are wrong. Again, let's get something to eat. I am starving. Lunch sounds decent. So what can we have for lunch in this place? It has been a long time since I have actually eaten lunch here. So it looks like we have some chicken drumsticks, a cheeseburger, spelled with a Z, very edgy, and a taco. I will go for the edgy cheeseburger please. So now to get a drink, I will just go with a Gatorade, or how they call it, a Bloxiade. That sounds so lame. I mean, it is high school. Wait, how does this cheeseburger work? It keeps regenerating itself. How can I ever finish this? Is this some kind of superfood, or is the simulation lagging like crazy? I can bet you that it is the latter. Please Dr. Oswald, just get me out of here. Pull a Scotty and beam me up. Quick fun fact. Did you know that on Star Trek, they never actually said the famous words "beam me up Scotty"? The closest that would come to that would be "Scotty, beam me up." So now you are able to correct everyone on that fact. Does it not feel good to be a know-it-all? I know, right? It kind of does. So where do I go to get out of this simulations? I will just go back to the apartment that I was staying at. Maybe there I can ask the doc to get me out of this place. And that guy was flying, with a rainbow. It seems like the simulations is actually going mad now. So before I get stuck again, please get me out, Doc Oswald. I am begging you right now. I know that I have been rude, but that is basically your own bad. And why is this girl inside of my apartment? I did not know that she was paying any rent. Scoot woman, this is my simulated living space. Good, now I can leave in peace. If the doc actually can get around to getting me out of the sim. So I will just wait here, and see you guys in the next video.